While speaking in Sri Lanka today, the UN's High Commissioner for Human Rights called for a ceasefire in Gaza and an all-out effort to get humanitarian assistance into the area. The call to action comes as Israel has stopped aid from entering Northern Gaza for 2 days after a video circulated showing dozens of masked men riding on aid trucks. Tessa Bennett joins us in studio with more on this. Tessa, what else did the High Commissioner say?
Manisa, the UN's Volker Turk said today nearly 600 people have reportedly been killed while trying to access aid through the Gaza Humanitarian Foundation, with people continuing to risk their lives for food and other assistance. Palestinians gathered outside an aid distribution center in Gaza City today, waiting to receive aid secured by clans. Israel has reportedly halted aid supplies to Gaza for 2 days in order to prevent them from being seized by Hamas. Video circulated showing masked men on aid trucks, though clan leaders say they were protecting the aid, not diverting it to the militants. The Higher Commission for Tribal Affairs says the trucks were being protected as part of an aid security process, asserting no Palestinian faction had taken part. Similarly, Hamas denies any involvement. Aid has increasingly become a controversial and incredibly dangerous issue in Gaza. UN relief operations were replaced by the U.S. and Israeli-backed Gaza Humanitarian Foundation, which saw a significant decrease in the amount of aid being provided.
The international organizations, the UNRWA, the World Food Program, the World Health Organization, and the NGOs all said that this was not the solution, that this was going to be aid flowing in at 4 particular points. It wasn't going to be enough.
The UN's High Commissioner of Human Rights confirmed that as of yesterday, nearly 600 people had been killed and another 4,000 injured while trying to access one of the 4 GHF-approved sites waiting for aid trucks to arrive.
It's really extremely distressing to see that militarized humanitarian assistance schemes have emerged. They are not a response. What we need, again, is a ceasefire, release of hostages, and an all-out effort to get humanitarian assistance into Gaza.
Throughout the course of the war, several civil society groups and factions have stepped in to help provide security for the aid convoys, but there remains an acute shortage of food and other basic supplies.
The situation is clearly not working. It's not getting food to the 2.1 million people. The foundation keeps talking about how many meals they've delivered, and they, as if to make it sound like there's a lot of food getting in. We're not talking about the need for meals. We're talking about the need for getting back to 600 trucks a day, which is what used to come in before there was a war.
Meanwhile, Israel has come to a shaky ceasefire with Iran after several days of exchanged fire that saw the United States get involved, leaving some hopeful this peace action could soon be replicated in Gaza.
This victory opens the door to a dramatic expansion of the peace agreements. We are working on this vigorously. Alongside the release of our hostages and the defeat of Hamas, there is a window of opportunity here that must not be missed.
But Canada's former ambassador to Israel says the situation remains unpredictable.
It's not clear. It may depend on the pressure and the leverage the Trump administration has. It may depend on these 2 ministers and other hardliners that want the war to continue until who knows what. We're going to have to wait and see. Unfortunately,
this afternoon, the leaders from the European Union's member countries called for an immediate ceasefire in Gaza, saying there were indications Israel had breached its human rights obligations under the terms of a pact the nation has with the EU.